Nobody becomes a parent trying to get it wrong. Every single thing on this list, every habit, is done out of love or exhaustion or simply because nobody ever said otherwise. Some of the most common, most ordinary things parents do with their babies every single day are quietly, sometimes dangerously, working against them. 20 things. Some will surprise you. Some will make you stop and think about something you did this morning. All of them matter. Let us start with feeding, because 4 of the most common feeding habits carry risks that are not obvious until someone tells you. Number 1, propping the bottle. You are exhausted. The baby needs a feed. You prop the bottle at an angle, tuck it in position, and step away for 2 minutes. It feels harmless, but it is not. An unattended baby with a propped bottle has no way to pull away when the flow becomes too fast, creating a real choking risk. And the milk that pools around the eustachian tubes when a baby feeds lying flat creates the perfect environment for ear infections, one of the leading reasons babies end up on antibiotics in the first year of life. Every feed needs a caregiver present. Every one. Number 2, starting solids before 6 months. The pressure to start early is everywhere. A well-meaning relative insists the baby looks hungry. Someone online swears their 3-month-old loves mashed banana. But the digestive system of a baby before 6 months is genuinely not ready. The enzymes needed to break down solid food have not yet developed, and the gut lining is still maturing. Introducing food too early does not give babies a head start. It puts an immature system under pressure it was not built to handle yet. Number 3, microwaving breast milk or formula. This one catches parents off guard because the bottle feels warm, not hot, on the wrist. But microwaves do not heat liquids evenly. They create pockets of intense heat scattered to the liquid, hot spots. They are completely undetectable from the outside, but can burn a baby's mouth and throat from inside. Always warm bottles in a bowl of warm water or a dedicated bottle warmer. Never the microwave, not even briefly. Number 4, honey before 12 months. This is one of the most important facts on this list. Honey, natural, organic, raw, any variety, can contain spores of Clostridium botulinum. In adults, these spores are completely harmless. In babies under 1 year, whose digestive systems cannot neutralize them, those spores produce a toxin that causes infant botulism, a potentially fatal condition that causes progressive muscle paralysis, including the muscles needed to breathe. Not even honey in baked goods. Not a tiny taste. No honey at all before 12 months. No exceptions. Number 5, overdressing your baby. The instinct to keep a baby warm is powerful and loving, but overheating is one of the documented risk factors for sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. A simple rule: dress your baby in one more layer than you are wearing in the same environment. If you are warm in a t-shirt, your baby does not need a vest, a baby grow, and a cardigan. Check the back of their neck. If it is hot and sweaty, they're overdressed. Number 6, shaking or rough tossing. A baby's brain sits loosely inside an unfused skull. When shaken, even briefly, even in a moment of play that felt gentle, the brain moves violently inside that skull. Blood vessels tear. Brain tissue is damaged. The consequences range from blindness to cerebral palsy to death. If you are ever in a moment of overwhelming frustration, put the baby down safely and walk away. That is not failure. That is wisdom. Number 7, cotton swabs inside the ears. The ear canal is self-cleaning. Earwax exists for a reason. It traps dust and bacteria and moves naturally toward the outer ear on its own. When you insert cotton swab, you push the wax deeper, compact it against the eardrum, and risk puncturing the eardrum itself. Clean only the outer ear with a soft cloth, so that nothing goes inside the canal. Number 8, skipping gum hygiene. Teeth have not appeared, so there is nothing to clean. That's your thought, and it is incorrect. Bacteria colonize the gums from birth. Milk residue left on the gum line creates an environment that can lead to a buildup of oral bacteria and thrush and affects the emerging teeth long before they break through the surface. After every feed, wipe the gums with a clean, damp cloth. It takes 15 seconds. Number 9, applying adult teething products. Teething gels containing benzocaine, a local anesthetic, are widely available, widely used, and carry a risk that most parents have never been told about. Benzocaine can trigger a rare but serious condition called methemoglobinemia, a reduction in the blood's ability to carry oxygen in babies and young children. Regulatory authorities in multiple countries have warned against their use in children under 2. If your baby is in teething pain, speak to your pharmacist or doctor about what is genuinely safe. Number 10. Skipping tummy time. Tummy time is not optional, and it is not just about a flat head. Though positional plagiocephaly, the flattening of the skull from always lie in the same position, is a real and increasingly common consequence of insufficient floor time. Tummy time builds the neck, shoulder, and core muscles that underpin every subsequent motor milestone: rolling, sitting, crawling, standing. Without it, those milestones are delayed. Start from day 1. Even 30 seconds across your lap counts. Number 11. Consistently leaving crying unanswered. There is an important distinction between allowing a baby to fuss briefly and consistently leaving a baby in a state of distress without response. Research on early brain development is unambiguous. Chronic stress in infancy, the prolonged activation of the stress hormone without a regulating caregiver response, alters the developing architecture of the brain in measurable ways. Responsiveness is not spoiling. It is neuroscience. Number 12. Minimal face-to-face interaction. Your face is your baby's first and most important learning environment. The regions of the brain responsible for social recognition, emotional regulation, and communication are built through face-to-face interaction in the first year of life. A baby who spends long periods without direct human engagement, propped in a bouncer, facing away, without eye contact, is missing the primary stimulus their social brain was designed to receive. Number 13. Baby walkers. Baby walkers, the wheel devices that hold babies upright before they can walk, are banned in Canada and restricted in several other countries. The reason is straightforward and serious. Babies and walkers move faster than their developing brains can process, and they can reach hazards, stairs, hot surfaces, heavy objects, before any adult in the room can intervene. Falls downstairs in walkers cause significant head injuries every year. They also do not actually help babies learn to walk. They delay independent walking by bypassing the muscle development that crawling and cruising produce naturally. Number 14. Car seat chest clip position. The chest clip on a car seat is not decorative, and it is not flexible in its placement. It must sit at armpit level with the armpits, every single time. A clip position at the stomach, where many parents leave it because it looks neat, provides no restraint across the chest in a collision. In an impact, the baby's upper body continues forward while the lap belt holds the lower body. The consequences in a serious collision are severe. Chest clips are not used on some car seats due to different safety laws. Number 15. Letting babies sleep in car seats outside the car. A car seat sitting on the floor, in the trolley, or on a raised surface, with a sleeping baby inside, positions a baby at an angle that causes the chin to drop toward the chest. In babies, whose neck muscles cannot hold the head upright, and whose airways are narrow, this angle can restrict the flow of oxygen. Car seats are designed for travel. For sleep, babies should always be transferred to a flat, firm surface. Number 16. Loose bedding in the cot. Quilts, pillows, bumper pads, stuffed animals, rolled blankets. None of these belong in a baby's sleep space. A baby who rolls into soft bedding may not have the muscle strength or coordination to move away from it. The sleep environment should be firm, flat, and completely clear. If you're concerned about warmth, use a fitted sleep sack. Nothing loose, nothing soft, nothing extra. Number 17. Incline sleepers, rockers, and swings for sleep. The marketing around these products is warm and reassuring. The research is not. When a baby sleeps in an inclined position, head higher than feet, body angled, the weight of their head can cause it to fall forward, narrowing the airway. This is called positional asphyxia. Multiple infant deaths have been linked to inclined sleepers. Many have been recalled. If your baby falls asleep in a rocker or swing, transfer them to a flat, firm surface. Number 18. Unsafe co-sleeping. Bed sharing in an adult sleep environment, with adult mattresses, adult bedding, and adult sleep partners, increases the risk of accidental suffocation and overlays significantly The risk is further elevated when the co-sleeping adult has consumed alcohol, medication, or is extremely fatigued. If you want to keep your baby close at night, a bedside bassinet that attaches to the adult bed keeps proximity without the risk. Number 19. Stomach sleeping. Back to sleep, every nap, every time. The evidence on this is decades old, consistently replicated, and absolutely clear. Placing a baby to sleep on their stomach significantly increases the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. The back sleeping recommendation has been credited with reducing SIDS deaths by over 50% since it was first introduced. If a baby rolls onto their stomach independently during sleep, and they can roll both ways, they can stay, but always place them down on their back. Number 20. Overdressing for sleep. We covered overdressing during the day, but the risk is equally real at night. A baby who is too warm during sleep has an elevated SIDS risk. The room should be comfortably cool, around 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. A sleep sack appropriate for the room temperature, and no additional layers unless specifically advised by a healthcare provider. 20 things. And I want to say one more time what I said at the beginning. None of these are done out of carelessness. None of them come from not caring enough. They come from doing your best with the information you had, which is exactly what every parent watching this is doing. The only difference between today and yesterday is information, and information is everything. So take what is useful, pass on what could protect another baby, and give yourself credit for being the kind of parent who shows up to learn. Even when you are exhausted, even when it is hard, even when nobody gave you a manual for any of this, because nobody did, and you are doing it anyway. If even one thing on this list made you stop and think, share this video right now, because somewhere a parent who loves their baby deeply is doing one of these things today and has no idea. Drop in the comments which one surprised you most, and subscribe, because every week we bring you the science of keeping your baby safe, healthy, and brilliantly developed. I will see you in the next one.